a brilliant concept for a film to be stuck in a very small claustrophobic space, but to be able to cut to such cinematic, amazing landscapes. It's like a really singular idea, and I'm just glad I got to be in. You can only do it first once, you know?
Your neck okay? You got a scratch there.
Maintenance. Occupational hazard.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm a real life. Psycho killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
I thought about it when I read the script. I thought, this film's great and it's gonna hurt. And it did. It's, you know, you're really, just being in a small space like that, action takes on a different meaning because there's so many ways you can get hurt immediately. And then on top of it, I knew I was gonna be wearing chains the whole movie. But it forces a different kind of performance out of you, and it's less acting than normal because you're really in that situation, and it's a real-time movie, so you're in it. I didn't really understand it until I saw it, but not only are these 8 plates, which is a perfect, 360 degrees around us, but also because they put the cameras on their side, there's a lot of latitude up and down. And then we're all up on this gimbal that's 30 feet up, and the plane can dive and it can, totally ascend. And the closest thing I can describe it to feeling like is when I went to those amusement parks, like Disneyland or Universal Studios when I was a kid, and they said, we're gonna put you in the movies. I always thought doing movies would feel like that, and they don't. Most of the time they feel really fake. Here, like I said, very little acting required. When we're diving, it really felt like we were diving and we were gonna die. And you can just, it's a documentary, whatever reaction you get is the real reaction. I started the film thinking I was the bad guy, and I've played bad guys like this. And then I realized I wasn't the bad guy. And then I thought someone else is the bad guy, and I thought someone else is the bad guy. I mean, there are only 3 people in the movie, but then it just kept rotating. It's like a triangle that goes just keeps going. It keeps changing every 10 pages. And there's movies that you want to finish, and the movies that you have to finish know what the answer is, and this is one of them. The thing that made it work for me was that you're all driving at the same goal, which is kind of amazing concept. It's the first time someone's thought of a concept like this. And then the other actors, Mark and Michelle, are so dedicated, and we all wanted to make the same movie and wanted to put the same amount of effort into it. And everyone's going at 100% all the time, and I think we were feeding off each other's energy. And there are times you go, this is like an action movie on top of a thriller, on top of just a contained space you have to be in. But I'd look over Michelle, or I'd see what Mark was doing, and I'd go no, I gotta get it up, because they're doing such a great job. She is the coolest person that you could hope to be trapped in a confined space like this for a month and a half. She's so, first of all, she's such a great actor, but then on top of that, she's such a generous person, and we shared so much time together, and so much of our performance was together, and it just helps when someone's that cool and prepared, and like I said, you want to be good at it, but on top of that, you also want them to be great to hang out with. He's such a pro. It's just not a mistake that he's the, big deal that he is. And he gave 110%. It was impressive watching him, especially some of these scenes where he was really, when it's peeled back to see who his real character is, he's not scared of anything. Nor should he be. But he really went for it. There were a couple times, Mark's got such an amazing gift because he's both such a good actor and so funny, and he's able to weave those two things together. So there were times where he was like yelling at me, and I was personally scared, but also like my character's supposed to be scared. But then I almost started laughing because what he's doing is so fun, and I love this quality he's had his whole career, but he's able to put like kind of different tones in his work. Some people, it's like, they're all scary or they're all comedic, and he kind of is able to do everything at once, and it was so great. It's like being in class, being able to sit there and watch him do his thing. He's an amazing director who understands actors. I think a lot of directors think they understand actors, or kind of promise they will, and then when they're shooting it on the day, there's a lot to. It's a tough job. That's why I don't direct. But Mel is one of those actors who has been on a lot more sets than most directors have, and is a great director and knows when to drill down and help you get the best out of yourself. And I felt so safe to try some stuff I'd never felt that safe to try before. And I mean, I have such a respect for his craft. What's interesting about seeing this film on the big screen is kind of two things that sound like the opposite. One is it's amazing to have a contained thriller that's in this little space, but then has these incredible panoramic views. And I mean, we've been looking at them because we've been looking out the window, but then to be able to see the plane and these beautiful environments, that's amazing to see on a big screen. But then also the opposite of that, which is the performances that I've been watching of my fellow actors up close. Look, I've seen movies on a cell phone like everyone else has, but there's something about seeing the faces be a certain size and the kind of performances that Mel's getting out of us. It's like, if you want to feel like you climbed into that space with us, the big screen's the place to do that.